Hello friends, this is Coltrane back with Mass Effect. And we are here in... I'm trying to get my bearings again. That's right, we are here in the Emporium where we talked with Hanar, the shellfish thing, jellyfish thing. And there was two things that, thanks to y'all's advice, I'm going to do. One of them, if I can find it, is I think one of you said that there was a way to switch squad power usage defensive all. I'm going to switch this to all, just because I do not plan to. I'm going to have enough to worry about on my own, like that. I don't want to have to worry about micromanaging just yet, at least. Maybe they'll end up like being terrible, but I trust them for now. So slow to swear. Okay, here we are. The second is I forgot to talk to Avina about the...
Welcome to the statue.
Yes.
In the aftermath of the Krogan Rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue.
Why did the council fight so hard to keep the statue?
God, no.
Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered.
There we go.
More about the Krogan
I wanted to get
Rebellions.
to this.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council.
Okay.
Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan Rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Okay. Vicious cycle. Not necessarily, is it? I guess it's a vicious cycle if we gave them some more homeworlds as a result of... And I don't know if we didn't dismantle... It sounds like... I don't know how it's a vicious cycle, but maybe?
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's going to stop the Turians?
Oh, I see what you mean.
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
One of them is.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a...
Okay, new codex. Okay. Non-cancel rate. Here we are. Krogan Rebellions. After the... Ooh, they look cool. Look at that. It's like a little frog lizard thing. I'll bet it has a long tongue. Like to eat flies and stuff. After the Rachni War, the quick-breeding Krogan expanded at the expense of their neighbors. Warlords leveraged their veteran soldiers to seize living space while the Council races were still grateful. Over centuries, the Krogan conquered world after world. There was always just one more needed. When the Council finally demanded withdrawal from the Asari Council of Lucia, Krogan Overlord Kredok... Is there ever more of a aggressive alien lord name than Overlord Kredok? Stormed off the Citadel, daring the Council to take their worlds back. But the Council had taken precautions. The finest STG, no idea what that is, maybe Salarian Tactical Group or something. The finest STG operators and Asari huntresses had been drafted into a covert observation force, the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. The Spectres opened the war with crippling strategic strikes. Krogan planets went dark as computer viruses flooded the extranet. Sabotaged antimatter refineries disappeared in blue-white annihilation. That sounds like a rough type of annihilation. Headquarters stations shattered into orbit-clogging debris rammed by pre-placed suicide freighters. Still, this only delayed the inevitable. The war would have been lost if not for first contact with the Turians, who responded to Krogan threats with a prompt declaration of war. That's lucky. Being on the far side of Krogan space from the Council, the Turians advanced rapidly into the lightly defended Krogan rear areas. The Krogan responded by dropping space stations and asteroids onto Turian colonies. Holy shit, that's quite a WMD there. 3 worlds were rendered completely uninhabitable. This was precisely the wrong approach to take with the Turians. Each is first and foremost a public servant, willing to risk his life to protect his comrades. Rather than increasing public war weariness, Krogan tactics stiffen Turian resolve. These sound like good allies to have, the Turians, I mean. The arrival of Turian task forces saved many worlds from the warlords' marauding fleets, but it took development of the genophage bioweapon to end the war. There were decades of unrest afterwards. Rogue warlords and holdout groups of insurgents refused to surrender or disappeared into the frontier systems to become pirates. So they're not extinct. They're just no longer an active, unified thing.
Pleasant day.
Okay. So where are we heading now? We were in the console chambers. We can go to... I guess there's only really this other section to look at. I mean, we can also look under here. Okay. So that's where we just were. Oh, wait, I can sprint. And I don't think I can use the elevators just yet. Barla. It's a cool name. Small angry potato. Volus.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
Yeah, I think I'm uncomfortable with this.
I don't like strangers keeping tabs on me.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Okay. Personal questions.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise.
Sounds lucrative.
I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Is this legal? Yeah, is this legal?
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I don't buy. I mean, I do buy it, but I'll say I don't buy it.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Praesidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
Yeah, tell me about the Praesidium.
What makes the Praesidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Praesidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Like us? Yeah, it's weird how my character is so well known already. How she starts off like famous.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Good to meet you, Barla. Citadel's... Ooh, get a couple. Citadel Station Praesidium Ring. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like space serving as the connection point for the wards. The interior walls are lined with the embassies of influential species and private residences for the galaxy's elite. The Praesidium is full of open-air restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting areas. Gravity is about 1/3 Earth normal. Ooh, I bet you can jump. holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Praesidium maintains a 20-hour day cycle with a 6-hour night where the lights are dimmed and the sky goes through a night cycle. Offices and residences are often open to the interior. It is not unusual for embassies to have no exterior wall at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy CSEC presence and ubiquitous monitoring devices on the Praesidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. Okay, so a police state, but it sounds like it hasn't, like heavy surveillance, but it hasn't gone that bad yet. The ring is the location of the Citadel spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes it handling cargo easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every day, and every species within an embassy is granted a private dock. The tower at the center of the ring holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over a kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust forward parallel to the ward arms. As the tower is at the center of the spin axis, it experiences little centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and wards. So, it sounds like it, if I'm understanding this right, like you never feel like you're on this, but you just feel like you're on a normal planet, I guess. A consular dock can be found at the base of the tower. While normally used for diplomatic couriers and spectre business, the shuttles docked here can evacuate the council government in an emergency. So it's just a matter of time before it's an emergency, right? Like it's gotta be. Alright, City Council, Citadel Station wards. The majority of the Citadel's population lives in the wards, the 5 massive arms that house the residential and commercial districts. Okay, that's what those are. Many galactic races have established cultural enclaves here. Population density and cost of living are extremely high, akin to Earth cities such as Hong Kong and Singapore. Yeah, that's kind of the initial thought I had. The wards are open-topped with skyscrapers rising from the superstructure. It's so weird to see the picture that's above here because it makes it look like the scale of it is, it's got to be impossibly huge. The atmosphere, where's this? Towers are sealed against vacuum, as the breathable atmosphere envelope is only maintained to a height of about 7 meters. The atmosphere is contained by the centrifugal force of rotation and a membrane of dense, colorless sulfur hexafluoride gas held in place by carefully managed mass effect fields. 7 meters doesn't sound that high. The view from the wards is spectacular. In the background, stars, Serpent Nebula, and the nearby blue giant called the Widow move across the sky as the station rotates to stabilize itself. In the foreground, the lights of the buildings and the vehicles on the opposing ward arms perpetually shine. This sounds incredible. Its Citadel has no real day or night. While the station keeps the standard galactic time for political functions, businesses rarely close, and residents acclimate to sleep and work according to personal need rather than a day-night cycle. There's got to be a common one that appears, though. Like a common one that's come up just due to common business practices. Additions and modifications are constantly being constructed, though they must stay within certain specifications that will not compromise the operation of the station. Occasionally, the keepers will descend on an area of the wards and move or change the architecture without explanation. Residents have learned to live with these inexplicable intrusions. I cannot wait to learn more about the keepers. They sound bizarre. Okay, so I'm glad we met you. Where were we here? The bank. You're the bank. Okay. What happens if I talk to you again? Is it...
How can I be of assistance to you today, Earth Clan?
I should go.
I wasn't sure if there was going to be like a new
Commander.
bank function that opened or something. Okay. You 3 are all cool. Citadel Rapid Transit. Please choose a Praesidium locations, okay? Embassies, Consort Tower, Citadel Tower. I think we're good just walking for now. Okay. So, let me see. Where am I actually going right now? Let's loop around here and then check underneath. Yes, this is all a hologram. We're actually like in open space almost. I love how you look. You look so alienish. Nothing to say here. Just a blue light. Okay.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
I'll bet that's a keeper.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Yes.
Welcome to Praesidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Praesidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation sounds like a euphemism for something terrifying.
Tell me more about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Okay, let's talk about the Citadel Tower.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
Okay, we'll ask about Citadel Control
What happens in
first.
Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit.
Oh, okay.
Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
And council chambers, that's got to be just the political head.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
Okay. Yeah, let's ask about the keepers.
I'd like to know more about the keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
I guess this is the hub of where a lot of the central control is or something?
Any particular reason there are so many keepers in this area?
The keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The keepers also make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
What a bizarre set of creatures and circumstances. Like, you have the lives of like probably multiple billions, I'm guessing, of people who live and function at kind of in the Citadel, at the heart of this, like, of all these races, and it's built on such a mysterious foundation. Like, it's not just like, I mean, there's plenty about like the Earth that we don't know, but like we still live here. But this is like there are conscious people maintaining it that we don't understand. That's bizarre.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Okay. I'm sure we're gonna keep our codex here.
The Elcor are... When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else.
That's not great.
Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Also, did...
50?
Okay. I was going to say, the Krogan... Where were the Krogan going to... The Krogan have got to appear under non-council races, because I thought they were initially going to appear under extinct races, but no. What else? Technology.
Biotic. Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
That is fascinating. There's all these, like, doors that we haven't opened yet. Okay. So the really long-distance ones, the primary mass ones, are one-to-one. The smaller, but there's smaller ones that can connect you kind of in more flexibly. So I wonder if that's why the Turians reacted this badly, because we activated one of those and it's like there are all these mystery doors and all of a sudden some new race barges in from the other side. But even so, that doesn't explain a hostile reaction to it. It explains caution and surprise, but not immediate hostility. Okay, let's head to the right here. Can we, is there... Can we go this way? Yeah, we can. Let's check out this little park area. If there might be nothing to see here, but we'll see. We'll see if there's nothing to see. Can we jump? Right, we can't jump in this game. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, just something you have to get used to. Okay, so I don't think there's really anything there. What's over here? Just directions to the tower. Turian friend. Keepers doing their thing. I'm just looking. Yeah. It seems like it's the whole plating and the leg structure seems very crab-like, and the arms too. Citadel Rapid Transit. I think we're good there. To the rewards. The elevator at the end of this hallway connects to the wards, leads to the wards. There you'll find Cora's Den, Flux, the markets, and the medical center. Okay, let's check it out. But I don't think we'll have access to it. I don't think it's going to let me go into it, but I'll check just in case. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're going to head to see the council now, I think. And I think that's this way, right? Rapid transit wards that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I think we've done all we can out here, all that I want to do right now. So let's head up to the Citadel Tower. So we got me, Caden, and Ashley.
Isn't gonna ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
So she does not trust Udina, I guess? I get that she's anti-alien. I'm not sure why she doesn't trust Udina. Maybe she's just anti-everyone. Ooh, this is cool. Garrus and
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Yeah, I'm a mission. Again, I'm going to be more hostile towards non-human races to start.
Sounds like you came up empty.
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Okay. Alright, so I get that you tried, though. How is there no, like... I mean, this is, like, the main human colony. How is there no, like, video footage of this guy? I guess he could have deleted it. I mean, he's a Spectre. I guess he has his ways. Okay. Up we go. Are you human? No, you're not. Are you human? Yes, you are. Okay, it looked like... Okay. Yeah, the light was hitting in kind of a weird way.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
I wonder why they think the Elk... Because, I mean, a race that's the financial backbone of the place, like, that seems like a shoo-in. So I wonder what the Elcor have beyond being friggin' adorable and the best thing ever. Like, what did the Elcor offer that is, like, clearly above the Volus? Let's take a look at the map here. Okay, so... Citadel Tower is... I guess this is to the... Wait, what? Is that where he came from? Oh, yeah, Council Chamber. Okay. Okay. Citadel Rapid Transit. Wait, Captain who? Did you say Captain someone? Are you Captain someone? I swear it was telling me to talk to a captain or something. Maybe not. Rear Admiral... that's who. Okay, Rear Admiral Kahoku.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Oh, okay. More Keeper action. And some badass cloakage right here. Okay. What do you have to say?
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
Probably.
What are those, cherry trees?
That's a good point. Maybe they are.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever...
No,
That
I just want to ask a
that
couple
could
of
well be.
questions.
Captain Anderson. This is. Oh, hi. How you doing, Captain
The
Anderson?
hearing's already started. Come on.
Good to see you, friend.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
That's right. The part of what I'm trying to remember is how much did we actually see of Saren versus how much like we saw via cutscene that Shepard herself did not see.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon, then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep being frustrated.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
I mean, I don't blame them. Like, there literally is no evidence, apparently.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
He's a Turian. I don't want him on our side.
Not all Turians are like Saren. If he can help, we need to find him.
Okay.
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
Oh, he
You
sounds
won't have
interesting.
to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Yeah, I think I want to be protective of this guy. I do like the captain.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
So what about... yeah, what...
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat.
Okay.
Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way. Innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
God, neither of these are great. I mean, 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war. I mean, that's one of those, like, to end a war, it's quite a prize. Let me just investigate. I want to stay neutral on that.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to cooperate with the
Oh,
other
that's not what I meant to do.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us.
Yeah, that's not what I meant to say.
I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests, too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the council? What's the big deal?
If the council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them.
That makes sense.
Once we get a seat on the council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
I mean, I doubt it's that easy. I mean, even if you're on the council, you're one of 4 right now for the time being. And you'd still have to convince them to go along with it, I'm guessing. So yeah, I think Captain Anderson's take is far too optimistic about what life as a council member looks like.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Yeah, so this is not unlike what you hear about a lot of like officers who are shifted around, like police officers who are shifted around on the force or protected in different ways. Let me just check to make sure if there's anything that bottom option. I assumed it was an alternative.
You don't think much
of Harkin? The guy joins roughing up suspects in custody, bribery.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you, it sounds like.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
That can't be... No, that was just incidental. Nihilus, like, that can't be the reason that Nihilus was killed. I don't think I'm... I think I'm... It sounds like I'm kind of... It sounds like I'm quite a big deal, but, like, I don't think I'm that big a deal. Like, I think Saren is thinking bigger.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It's really tough to
It doesn't
bring them
happen
in.
often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Okay. And let me just make sure. I think I got everything from him. Oh, he left. That's okay. I think I got everything from him I needed. Mission, Citadel Garrus. Speak to Harkin. Right, so this is trying to recruit Garrus. Okay. Or at least contact Garrus. And then expose Saren. Investigate Saren. Find some proof that he's connected with the Geth. Okay. Council of Races.
The second species,
these
the
two.
Asari, were the first species to discover the Citadel.
Okay.
When the Salarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Interesting. And so it sounds like part of the... So the blue people are Asari. Part of the knock against them is the same knock that a lot of buy and pan people get. The whole, like, you have all these options, and so you must be super promiscuous. So it's that same knock. I'm glad that the game calls it as unfair. I mean, I guess they could have done whatever they want with the Asari. They could have made them actually promiscuous, but I'm glad that they made it an unfair accusation. Salarians, these are going to be the probably the long boys, right? The kind of taller, lean, narrow lizard people.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Salarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Salarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Salarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Salarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Salarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan Rebellions several centuries later. Salarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Okay, so they almost sound a little bit like I'm thinking of like Lord of the Rings. Like they almost sound a bit the way humans are treated in Lord of the Rings. Like short lifespans compared to everyone else, but like they're kind of volatile and aggressive, and sometimes often for the benefit. Like they're often, or they can be volatile, like in a positive way. Like they're very active and take risks and all that. Interesting. Okay, so now we know about the Asari and the Salarians. And I think that's going to be it for me for right now. I'm going to call it for here, and next time we will travel into the wards. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Okay, bye-bye.